Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to look at some restorative yoga poses now. Sarah's going to demonstrate for us ways that we can release our lower back. I run a men's class every Monday night, and I have a few guys that have come to me who've had back issues. The guys are anywhere between the age of sort of 38 to up to 67 years of age, so there's quite a wide range of ages in there. But they all initially came because they wanted more flexibility. They understand that they were quite strong within themselves, but they couldn't touch their toes, or they were having lower back issues. So when we started the guys out, they've been with me 9 weeks now. When we started them out, we started in a very restorative way because I wanted their back muscles to just release the tension. There's nothing worse than when your back's hurting and it's got a bit of a pinching going on, that kind of thing. It restricts your movement, and then of course all of a sudden you're relying on the upper part of the body to be strong for you because the tummy muscles start to go, or our lower back's not, our core strength in general is just not what it was. So in this particular release exercise, Sarah's got her arms out, palms facing down, and they're level with her body. We don't want to see them up here, we don't want any strain on the shoulders, so they just want to be level with your shoulders, or just down slightly is fine as well. She's got her feet together and her knees together. She's going to close her eyes just to help engage so that she can really listen and feel what her body's telling her as she releases her back. And when she engages this posture, we're going to get you guys to do this for anywhere up to 6 breaths. Now, initially, when you do this, I'm just going to move your legs to demonstrate here for a sec, Sarah. If you move, and that's as far as the body wants to go, so it only allows 3 or 4 inches of movement before you can feel tightness in your lower back, I want you to stop there. I want you to listen to what your body's telling you. I want you to really honour wherever the back is at. I'm also really happy, and I would encourage you to seek either a physiotherapist out or some sort of doctor, medical health practitioner in some description. Because if you've had back injury, back surgery, sciatic issues, I want you to confer with them that you would like to try some basic yoga postures. I'm more than happy for you to show them these videos so that they understand what it is that you're trying to engage. And ultimately, you are trying these unsupervised at home, so I'm trying to make them as simple and safe as possible for you, but recognise that I'm not in the room with you, so you're going to have to monitor yourself very closely in order to keep your self-care at maximum. So, what we want to do is have the feet together, the heels together, the toes together, and the knees together. What we are then going to do is, with our arms out, we're just going to take one nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to gently roll to the left. Now, Sarah's feet are staying together, which means that her right foot is coming up off the ground in order for that to happen. She's going to relax here. The knees almost down to the ground there. So that suggests that there's a little bit of tightness in the lower back, and that's okay. You might feel it in the thigh, you might feel it in the outside of the thigh or the bottom. You could even feel it in the back of the hamstring. Some people feel it in the hips. What's beautiful about this particular hip roll is that it releases the lumbar part of the spine and the muscles, but it also works the hip region as well. So your body will tell you where it's tight. You're welcome to email me if you have any questions in relation to where you feel tightness in your body. The email address is in the Contact Us section of the website. So just one more breath there for me, Sarah. And on the exhale, I want you to come back up. We use the exhale to come back up because it just helps us have a little bit more strength as we are coming out of those postures. I want you to notice how she did that nice and slowly, so she's showing respect to her body in that process. And then, again, we're going to roll to the other side on the exhale. So she's got a nice inhale there, and on the exhale, she's going to gently roll to the right. Now I want you to notice how her feet, this left foot is lifted off the ground for her to keep her feet together. Her shoulders are down, she's not lifting her shoulders up in order to get the knees down. She's allowing this section of the body here to release so that she can get the knees over as far as they'll go. we're just going to encourage you to try for 6 breaths, no matter where you're at with it. It's about 30 seconds, and I want you to close your eyes and really allow your breath to release, to allow the release to occur. Okay, so you can focus your attention to this area of the body here, and get the muscles to relax into the stretch. And when you're ready, Sam, coming back to the center for me. So sometimes what we'll find in these postures is if we've had injury, our body locks up on us as we want to roll. And in that locking up, it's like the resistance. The body's protecting itself, going, no, 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 the nerve will pinch, or my sciatic will go, or you could hurt yourself. You know, these are all the things that go on in our lower back region. So when I say softening into the stretch, you'll hear me use that term quite a lot, or using your breath to direct your energy to the area of the body that feels tight. You can consciously use your exhale to ask the body to stop fighting you, so to stop locking up. And what will happen is it will just relax. Now, that doesn't mean that the tightness and the soreness won't go away in that stretch. The stretch will still feel the same level of intensity, but the body's not fighting it anymore. You're allowing the muscle to just relax into the stretch that you're asking of it. And it will take time for you to recognize when that happens. But what I have found is that without me touching anyone in a classroom, I can tell them to use their exhale to do that, and I can see the way the body responds instantly in any person, whether it's the first time they've done yoga or the 50th time they've done yoga. So you'll be able to do it, guys, and you'll notice the way that feels for yourself, and it feels really lovely when it happens. All right, the next thing that we're going to get Sarah to do is bring her knees up to her chest one at a time, and she's going to hold her kneecap, one in each hand, and just gently breathing there. This is another way to release from the lower back and down into the glutes. And then from there, she's going to bring her feet together and put her arms out by her sides, palms facing down, and bring her knees into a nice right angle here. So notice that she's got this right angle happening. She's got her palms out facing down again. And what we're going to do, and only if you're feeling confident within yourself with this, because we're going to work quite a bit of the core muscles now, and this is going to strengthen the lower back. So once you've done the release side of it, if you're feeling okay, have a go. If it's too much for you, release from it, okay? Monitor yourself. Be kind to yourself. So initially, we are going to roll to the left. She's keeping the feet together and the knees together as much as possible. The shoulders are staying down. She doesn't lift the shoulder blade in order to get the knees down. And the knees are fine to come to the ground, but we're keeping the feet off the ground because that's what's engaging the core muscles. You're going to feel the stretch through the thigh, through the bottom, and you're working the muscles in the back there as well. Now, it's totally fine for you to turn your head away from the direction of your knees being bent. That sometimes helps us to keep our shoulders down. And again, I would encourage you, if you're a brand new beginner and never done this before, and you're not familiar with any exercise or activity, I would start with 3 to 4 breaths and ultimately build on that as you're feeling more confident. When we are coming out of this posture, we want to inhale first and exhale. We're going to use the exhale to bring the body back to the center. Now from here, we want to extend the legs up nice and straight. And we're going to just hold for another 3 breaths here. Again, if you feel you've got good core strength, you can hold it for longer. It's whatever's comfortable. We want to keep the feet together. The hands haven't moved. They're staying nice and grounded. Palms are down to help us keep our balance. We're working on straightening the knees here. It gives our tummy muscles a little bit more of a workout. And then we're going to bend the legs again. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale and exhale and roll to the other side. Now, it's completely normal for one side of the body to hold more tightness than the other. It often has to do with our emotional state. I always say tightness and soreness in the body is reflected by emotions that we've yet to experience and feel. So it's a really beautiful way to connect yourself and observe, what am I holding on to? In Chinese medicine, the right side represents the masculine energy and the left side represents the feminine energy. And I think it's really interesting that most of my girls have tightness on the right side, which would be man issues for them, and all the guys in my men's class have issues on the left side, which would be their women issues. So the battle of the sexes continues, hey, in the world as we know it. But it's about softening into that stretch, allowing our bodies to just release from holding that. What you'll find is as you do, you'll release toxicity out of the body. When you're ready, Sarah, take the next inhale. Use the exhale to come back up. And we release toxicity out of the body as we start stretching some of these muscles. And extending the legs up nice and straight once more, just for 3 more breaths. It's also quite normal if you're doing yoga for the first time to feel tired afterwards. Some people, depending on how toxic their bodies are, can get headaches. So really stay hydrated, guys. Take a sip during your class if you need it of your water, and drink some before, and definitely drink quite a bit after, and gently release. So that's just some basic restorative lower back postures that you can try. I encourage you to engage these as much as possible because it just feels nice on the back. But start gently and work your way up to it. Yeah, that's about all I want to say about that. Thanks, Seth, for your demonstration, and good luck, guys. Namaste. See you in the next video.